Exclusive, high-level source confirms secret U.S. nuclear warhead. And again, if you just joined us, Anthony Gucciardi breakdown. Now we have another top nuke general. Over all the missiles in the U.S. has been relieved for, quote, loss of trust by the same guy. Tell us what's happened. Go ahead and start over. Your mic wasn't on. Go ahead.
Okay, so as you may know, when we broke this on September 3rd, basically it was a bombshell anyway, and our source stopped responding to us, which was concerning to me. But the reality is that not only did Lindsey Graham come out later on that day and say there could be a nuclear strike in South Carolina if we don't go to war with Syria, if we don't go to war with Iran, but then the second top commander of the nuclear arsenal got suspended over gambling, which is a BS charge. He said he used fake chips or something like that. And then,
but then the police said it didn't happen and there was no charges.
Right, but here's the thing that no one's looking at. Both of these were anonymous from insiders in the government reporting to the news agencies. They didn't want to report on this. The government did not want to announce this. Same with this top nuclear.
As usual, you hit the key. We're not even supposed to know all these top generals are being removed in some type of coup.
They're probably firing more of them, but we're not even allowed to know. These are whistleblowers inside of government going to the news organizations. Right here it says as well that they did not want to announce on September 3rd the suspension because it remains under investigation, and they weren't ready to go official with it.
Wait a minute. So this happened right when we reported this?
This happened on the same day. That's the next thing. People don't even understand.
Oh, my gosh. I didn't even.
Yeah. It's buried at the bottom. Look at this very bottom of the article. It says they didn't want to report it on September 3rd.
Daily Mail. Let's show that.
The exact same day it happened. It comes out weeks later. That exact day, that guy was suspended over a lie over a lottery charge. Obviously,
what do you think's really going on here?
He didn't want to do it. He did not want to transfer this nuke off record with no transfer papers secretly to South Carolina because he knew what might go on. And then this guy, I believe, was more like a whistleblower, and they need to shut him up. And it's the same guys firing all of them.
I'm Darren McBreen, and these are some of the new items that are available now at InfoWarsShop.com.
Alert the public to Obama's blatant abuse of power with the new Obama t-shirt. Obama's Joker face on the front and come and take it on the back. It's time to publicly call him out for what he is, a tyrant. Defend the Second Amendment with our top seller Come and Take It t-shirts. And look at that, women's cut tank tops and t-shirts now available. Nice hat. Plus the Don't Tread on Me flag. And now you can become a micro distributor of the InfoWars magazine. Plus, get your own copy delivered right to your door each and every month. And if you're tired like I am of you and your family being exposed to polluted drinking water, get the Pro One high performance water filter. It gets rid of all pathogenic bacteria, cyst, fluoride, heavy metals, and numerous other contaminants.
So join the revolution at InfoWarsShop.com.
The good news is American satisfaction with the U.S. government drops to all-time low, down to 18 to 17%, depending on which one of the poll indexes you look at from Gallup. And it's even worse than that. So they don't care now that you know they're criminals. They're just coming for you. But there's a throw the bums out movement that's just, oh, throw everybody out. No, throw the globalists out. Throw the authoritarians out. Put in the Rand Pauls. Put in the Justin Amash. Put in the Walter Joneses. Put in the patriots that are against all of this. Throw out the Governor Browns of California. The globalists are in a race to gut this country because they know you're waking up across the board. Now, Anthony Gucciardi, you're going to have a big report out on this at InfoWars.com. I'm glad we've gone back and looked at the old nuke story with the new top nuke general being fired. That's 2 in a month. That now, weeks after we first reported this, it comes out this guy was fired the day after we reported this. And then now...
The day, actually.
Let's go over it. Let's go over it.
All right, there's a lot of information. Again, this is all just breaking, so it's hard to go and sift through it. But once we're finding out more, it makes more sense. So the original guy, we reported the missing nuke report with the super high-level military intelligence who's now not responding to us anymore on September 3rd. Then Lindsey Graham that same day came out and said there's going to be a nuclear strike, it looks like, if we don't go against Syria and Iran in South Carolina. But on the same day... the second in command, it looks like, was suspended, if not fired, later on the same exact day we reported this. But then it gets worse. They didn't announce that. It turns out they didn't want to until an anonymous leaker inside the government It's one of these documents, basically came out and said it was happening. And then at the end of the article, it says they didn't want to do it they didn't want to announce it on September 3rd because they were still investigating. But then this gets worse. So now that was the second guy, right, on September 3rd. This is the guy, general in charge of nukes, the top guy. And here we have the report. Not only was he fired, but they actually didn't want to say anything about it. The officials disclosed the matter to the AP on condition of anonymity.
That's in the Associated Press, that there's a secret purge of generals going on, and that's what I said at the time.
They found an email about it. Someone forwarded an email about it. It must have been ultra classified. They didn't want to announce this. So they want to fire all these guys off record, behind the scenes, Black Ops style, and just get rid of them. Because,
and then later they can die of a fast-acting cancer.
Yes, exactly.
Or have a heart attack.
But get this. People were saying, oh, it's just routine, you know, it's the ICBM inspection stuff.
Oh, yeah, they're saying that at INFOWARS.com.
They're saying
the operatives are.
Look, here's the exact response. The decision was made by James Kowalski, and basically this guy's in charge. An internal email revealed that it was due to a temporary duty assignment that this guy failed to do around that exact same time. So what was that temporary duty assignment the guy failed to do that would fire him over it? I mean, this guy was in charge of fleets. He was in charge of nuclear
When you
weapons.
fire generals, it's usually congressional hearings.
I mean, it's you hardly ever fire them. You give them, you know, honorary service and everything like that. This guy's damn, you're done. You're fired. You are fired instantly.
And it's the guys all in charge of the nukes.
Yeah, the guy, not the
With
guy.
Graham running around the night after we set it, the night saying, "Oh my gosh, the nuke's going to blow us up," and the nukes are going there.
Yes, South Carolina. It's so obvious. And it's like, it's one thing if we just had the nuclear intelligence, if we had Graham coming out and saying it, we're just getting all these guys.
Yeah, here's the deal. Our source didn't know why they were disappearing these nukes. They weren't even supposed to be there.
No.
These are secret black op nukes disappearing. Everybody's freaking out over it. We don't know why. And then all of a sudden the top generals all start disappearing and being fired. I mean, this is incredible.
And
what does your gut tell you?
I think the first one refused to do it. This second guy either refused to do it or was a whistleblower, but I don't need to guess. It says he failed to do a temporary duty assignment. Temporary duty assignment such as moving the nuclear weapon, which was unsigned for, to South Carolina. I mean, why else would you fire a top nuclear commander and then have this other guy in a phony charge of lottery tickets or gambling or whatever?
And they put the most trusted over these, the most sane, the best backgrounds. And notice they probably said, we're not doing this. Because, I mean, I know the nukes disappeared. I mean, that's real.
Yeah.
And now this is all happening. I don't know what's going on. This is
We're
incredible.
blowing the cover on it. They might not be able to do anything if we keep doing it.
Hello, this is Hank Hill, and I'm telling you what, you need to listen to Alex Jones.
Yeah. Infowars.com. Yeah.
Judge, what is the secret of the universe?
Infowars.com. Yeah.
You've got two top nuke generals, an admiral and a general, removed. Turns out one of them, the afternoon after we broke the missing nuke story last month, now the other top nuke general has been removed. And Anthony Gucciardi, undoubtedly, our source, missing nukes, that's a real source. We didn't know what it meant. Then Graham announces South Carolina is going to be blown up when the nukes were being sent to that area from our source. Then we learned this top general was removed that day, that afternoon. But that the AP says that they wanted to keep it secret, but it leaked. Now another top general's removed. And now we have all these articles about it. I mean, we need to find out what's going on here immediately. We may, our source may have stopped a false flag. This sounds like some kind of nuclear coup. It sounds like these guys weren't playing ball or they'd still be in place.
And both of these were leaked. You mentioned the first one. The second one was from a leaked email. So here's the guy, James Kowalski. He's the one firing the top guy right now. So these are super higher ups. I mean, this is someone that has the ability to fire the top new commander, not the second.
That's Lieutenant General.
Yes, Lieutenant General. And then we have this guy who's his boss.
It looks like an alien Borg clone. Show them side by side.
Yeah, they look very similar, and we're not saying anything like that. It's
a joke, yeah.
A joke, yes. But they look, typical military guys, and they're going around firing all these new commanders, and then get this, replacing them with this guy, Jack Weinstein. And I don't know his deal yet.
This is the big news.
This is breaking as of like 30 minutes ago.
Who is Mr. Weinstein?
Well, the only thing I could find is that he's been assigned to the Pentagon since 2009, so he's at their home base. He's probably kept under.
And what is his rank?
He is, well, he's going to be now the new commander of the whole United States, but he's a major general right now of the Air Force. Now, my thing is, as we're talking off air, It looks as if they were asking these two individuals that were fired, the #1 nuke commander and the #2 nuke commander, to ship the nuke, unsigned transfer, which already did happen, but then potentially authorize a false flag event in South Carolina as a pretext to go to Syria. And that would have ultimately maybe worked, but we blew the lid on it. And the second thing is, this looks like the second guy might have been a whistleblower as well against this. And these guys go in and say, okay, you're not going to play ball, we'll get rid of you, and put this guy in who's from the Pentagon. And the other ones might be as well, I don't know, but this guy's been with the Pentagon since 2009, and he might play ball. He might do whatever they want. He might be the kind of guy that's, you know, just a fill in there. They build him up and throw him in.
Oh, look at Weinstein. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my...
So that's the guy with all the nukes.
Yes. This is now the controller of all the nuclear weapons in the United States, Air Force-wise, that can be attached to a bomber. And let's flash. And
then in 2007, we had the Minot missing nukes, which they said wasn't true at first and was confirmed.
And all the people started dying. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it ain't going to be me, I hope.
Well, I hope so, too. I mean, I hope it's not the source either. Again, we can't get in contact with them. But what I do know is that all of this information we have now, we're not supposed to have. It was all anonymous leaked emails and stuff.
And that's why they're so scared of leaks. It'll stop their criminal takeover.
That's why Obama's...
They're not allowed to just nuke stuff or steal nukes because Obama's God.
Yeah, basically they're saying we're not even allowed to know if there was a nuclear transfer. And then what happened when I called DIAS was really, really weird. They said it's pretty much illegal. It's against policy. It's illegal for us to even talk about nukes. They said that. And then I kept proning them, and they said they got a bunch of calls. And then officially on Facebook, they wouldn't even talk to me in person. They just said on Facebook, that didn't happen according to our website. So they kept denying it in weird ways that weren't even real, like saying that did not happen according to our official press release. Like they didn't answer the question.
I mean, the official press release was, we don't comment on nuke transfers.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very obvious to me what's going on, and it should be obvious to anyone listening.
Well, there was a big freak out at the base when this happened. Like, A, nukes aren't supposed to be here under treaty since '86.
Yeah. When B, you can see them on Google Maps, yeah.
Yeah, the bunkers. Yeah. What's going on here? Well, it turns out Weldon was stationed there. This is where the B-2 bombers are at. This is crazy. Congressman Ron Paul, former congressman, coming up. Anthony, we're going to be covering this tonight. You'll be there with me. We'll have more at 7 o'clock tonight. InfoWars Nightly News. I want you on this full time. I don't want to do anything but cover this, because now it's not just some secret nuke transfer. Now it's getting really scary. My original gut feeling, some weird coup d'etat type deal. Yeah, this is really serious. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Now you can watch The Alex Jones Show live as it happens at Infowars.com/show.
You'll find links to all of our content there and a free 15-day trial for Prison Planet TV.
More than 60 movies and documentaries all in one place at Infowars.com/show.